Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the July meeting of the Koha Acquisition SIG. Hope everybody's having a wonderful summer and all your summer reading programs are going great. First thing I wanted to do was just kind of have everybody introduce themselves, just so that part of the joy of Koha is the community that it builds. And so I would like to kind of encourage that community. And if you can just share your name and the library that you work at and your role at the library, and maybe how long you've been on Koha or when you plan to migrate to Koha. And we will quick do that. We've just got 9 people here, so that shouldn't take too long. I will start. My name is Rhonda Kuiper. I work at the Round Rock Public Library, and I am the manager of collection development and technical services. And we have been on Koha since 2016, April of 2016. So I'll just call out people in the order they are on my screen, and then we can make it simple that way. Chip, you're next.
Okay, I'm Chip Halvorsen. At Westlake Public Library in suburban Cleveland, Ohio, and we've been in Koha since December. And yeah, I'm the system administrator, and I work in the tech services department. So not the IT end. And yeah, that's about it.
Okay, thanks, Chip. Amanda, you're next.
Hi, I'm Amanda Campbell. I'm the systems librarian at Huntsville-Madison County Public Library in Alabama, and we've been on Koha since 2014.
Oh, okay. Nice to meet you. Barbara.
Hi, I'm Barbara Johnson. I'm library manager at Bedford Public Library, Texas. We've been on Koha since 2016, and we're an early adopter, so we're on 2405 right now.
Okay, thanks. Jennifer.
Hi, I'm Jenny Wisland from Cedar Park Public Library in Cedar Park, Texas. We've been with Koha for about 5 years, and I'm a technical services librarian.
Just wave down the road from us. Jason.
I'm Jason Robb. I'm the Seek and Find coordinator at the Southeast Kansas Library System, and we've been on Koha since 2008.
All right, Chanel.
Hi, I'm Chanel Wheeler. I'm the systems librarian at the Yavapai Library Network, which is a consortium in the mountains of Arizona. And we've been on Koha for about a month.
Oh, wow. How's it going?
The first 3 weeks were rough, but it's now finally starting to slow down and I can breathe.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds pretty typical, I guess. Okay, welcome to the Koha community.
Thank you.
Bridget. I'm on a bus and can participate only by listening at the moment. I'm at Cornish College of the Arts in Seattle, Washington. I've been working with Koha for over a decade. Okay, well, nice to meet you, Bridget. And then Daphne.
Hi, I am Daphne Houlihan, and I work with Interleaf Technology in Ireland, and we've been supporting Koha for about 15 years now, I think, at this stage. So I come here just to get all the tips, particularly now from Barbara that she's on release 24.
Yeah, we are on 24 also. So,
oh, well done.
Yeah, and okay, thanks everybody for introducing yourselves. So my thought for okay, first I'm going to do some announcements. So first of all, the koha-US user group conference is next month, if you can believe that. It's August 13 through 16. It's here at Round Rock in that building. And if you haven't signed up yet, seriously consider. It's a great way to make connections, to learn things. There's the presentations, but then there's also all the conversations that go on the side that really help things. So, you know, I've picked up things from Barbara, and I've picked up things from Jason, and I've picked up things from different people at these conferences. And it's just a great way to put a name with a face and have some, you know, extended time that you can just talk and find those libraries that are similar to yours, and be able to have a resource that you can reach out to during the year, you know, the years that are ahead while you're on Koha. So highly encourage that. Cedar Park sending anybody? Yay. Okay, good deal. I was hoping so. And okay, of those of you that are here, who is actually signed up to attend, or registered, I guess is the better word. Okay, we've got a few. Good deal. All right. So the August meeting for the SIG, we are still going to have it. Sometimes we will cancel it the month that we have the conference, but this time we are actually going to have the meeting because we have some guests coming in from PTSF Europe that are going to talk about Koha acquisitions 2.0. So I can't ever say that. PTFS Europe is working on kind of a refresh of the acquisitions module. So I thought it would be great to hear from them, the things that they're doing. When they were at the June meeting, I think, of the general, or it may have been May meeting of the koha-US general meeting. And, you know, some of the things that they mentioned were things that we have talked about here, which was great to hear. And, you know, just be interesting to talk with them and see, you know, what's ahead. And, you know, we can give our input too. They have been talking with Bywater and getting input from, you know, comments that we have made. So it's not like they're working in a vacuum or anything away from us. They're getting information, feedback from Bywater on the things that their libraries have been asking for. So I think that should be really interesting. So hope you can join us there. That would be the week after the conference. Let me check the date. July. So that is the 20th of August. So that'll be the week after the conference. And then, yeah, those are the two announcements that I wanted to make. I wanted to open up if anybody had specific questions that they were curious about. What I'm planning on doing for the hour is going over some of the upgrade, new features and enhancements and things for the acquisitions module for 24. Well, it's like 2311 and 2405. I think we're getting both of those. So I started with 2311. 2405 just seems to be kind of there's not a lot for acquisitions in that one. It's just kind of a maintenance and security kind of update. Oh, good, Jennifer will be there. So does anybody have a specific question? I want to make sure we address that first. Okay. I'm going to say no. So what I am going to do is share my screen. And I've got like 27 tabs open here to be able to demonstrate everything. So we'll see how this goes. I may get lost in the process, but let me share my screen. Okay, you should see the big Zoom screen now. All right, so like I said, okay, so here are the release notes for 2311. And fortunately, acquisitions is always at the top because it starts with A. Yay. So I have 3 instances of koha up right now. I have our version because there's one related to EDI that needed an EDI thing. There, I spun up a sandbox, and then I also pulled up the koha-US instance, which is not updated yet. So that way we can go back and see how did this work before and how it works now. So yeah, the third, when we get to the third one, it'll be really fun times for everybody. So we start with this first one, add vendor issues, which is especially for journal providers, I guess. But if you have an issue with a vendor, this gives you a formal kind of place to record any service interruptions, login problems, all that kind of stuff, so that you can then, when you renegotiate your contract, go back to them and say, hey, you know, you guys were down for 3 days and, you know, whatever. So let's go to acquisitions, and then we'll just pick a vendor. And yeah, so if you go in and edit a vendor, there's now this new option called vendor issues. And if you click on that, I put one in already, but you just do new issue and type, and I'm imagining, I didn't double check this, but I'm imagining that there's some authorized values that you could use for here. So I did an outage, so let's do a maintenance, and let's say the problem started on Friday and Sunday it finally got resolved, and you know, some notes about that. And then you can submit it, and you can see that you can log these different issues that you have. So that's a new thing that we have. Is this something that people think would be useful? Just curious.
Seems like without the description or the comment you put it in, displaying on this page, it's not very useful.
Yeah, that was exactly my first thought, because I was like, where's the comment that why these, you know, maintenance and outage are not totally helpful. So I guess you'd have to go back into edit and see. But yeah, that's maybe a future enhancement, because there's a couple of things that we'll see where they've added columns to different things. So so that's the first one. Next one is allow sorting by basket creation date to the late orders table. Oh, okay. I think that was here. So I'm going to go back to the acquisitions home, and here's the late orders. And I think, ooh, yay. I created a late order by cheating, but basically what I wanted to do was see the, oh dear. What was it? Basket creation date. So that would be this basket date. I don't have, I was going to add more and then I was like, oh, that's silly because all of them are going to have today's date. So clicking on the sorting thing won't do anything. But you can see that you can sort on the basket date. So that would be helpful, I would think, if you wanted to see the really, really old ones to the top or whatever. Do a lot of people use the late orders table? No. Yeah, we don't really use it that much here either. But. All right, so this next one, I lost a lot of time on. Add ability to search all statuses to orders search. So I went here and acquisitions, and up here is the orders search, which quite frankly, I'd never noticed before. And then you can put in a title. So one of the things I put in there was Keith Richards, and it was in an Amazon basket. And I searched on it and I got this. And I was like, that's not helpful. So I tried it on our system and I got the same kind of goofy result. And then I went to, this is where having an older, I got to go around. Okay. So then I went to the koha-US demonstration server, which is 2305, and went to acquisitions and order search. Oh dear, now I got to remember. I think, yeah, this happened, which is what I would expect. So you can see you've got, the statuses is new and received. So I think we've got a bug. I don't know, Barbara, if you can test it on yours too, just to make sure that we've got, so basically you can just go in and search on all of your orders and put in partial name titles and the vendor and see where they are. This would have saved me so much time had I been aware of it. And then I think the feature is, oops, let me go back. Yeah. So if you go to these, I don't know, bars up here, you can also search on the basket and the invoice. And then there's also an advanced search, which is that screen that we were getting before. And now, right now, this is the old version. And you can see that we've got any status except canceled, new, ordered, partial, received, all that. So the enhancement is to add this any status here. So that's a new option for the status of the order, is to be able to search on any order status, which is great if it works. So I will be putting in a ticket for this after we get done here, because I wanted to get through the other enhancements before I did this. But yeah, because I wasn't familiar with this before, it took me a while to figure out that it's not working the way it should. So
Yeah, I got the same result. I just searched for the word summer because I know we've had a lot of titles with summer in it, and I'm going to that.
That advanced search page.
Yeah, it just goes to the first one you showed, and it doesn't give me any detail about anything.
Yeah. Okay, so this page.
Yes, that page.
Okay. All right, then I think we have confirmed that that's a bug. So I'll put in a I'll put in a ticket from for Bywater, and then yeah, I don't know if they'll probably put a bug in Bugzilla at that point too. Is it faster just to put a bug in Bugzilla? Or would it be better to?
Are you an early adopter?
Well, we're on 2405.
Yes, you are.
We didn't say we were going to be an early adopter because I was going to be I was out of town that week. And yeah, we've been an early adopter like every time. And so I think they just assumed that we would. And I didn't say no.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. If it were me, this is Kristi, I would probably open a ticket with Bywater and also open a Bugzilla and link the bug into the ticket to say, look, we've got the ball rolling on a Bugzilla report.
Okay, that sounds good.
And Rhonda,
this
page in the URL, I can see it has like histsearch.pl.
Yep.
When you did it in the Koha demo site and it gave you the screen with like the 2 results and all the information, what
did it say?
What is it in that?
All right, let's go back here. Order search. What did I do? I think I did happy here. Amazon, if it matters. Search.
So it's still the same.
Yeah, it's his search.pl. Doesn't have all that other.
Yeah, I was just curious if it was somehow giving a different page or something.
Yeah, so this one. And then it gives all the parameters for the title. And
maybe that's only because there was one result for this one.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so this is what should happen. And were you aware of this, Barbara?
No, I hadn't looked at this one yet.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, then we will hopefully get that fixed before you guys end up on 2405 or 2311 or whatever it is. So let's go to make that go away. How do I make this go away? All right, how does one? Oh, I'm making a bigger mess. I can't get in here. All right. Well, one of these. Why won't it go away? I don't want to hit anything on here.
If it helps, we can't really see what you're fighting with.
Oh.
Is it the Zoom controls?
Yes.
So in Zoom, you do have some options on that little sharing screen to hide some of those controls. That might help.
Okay. On the
There's like
sharing.
drop downs where you can hide the video panel and hide the floating media controls.
Where do you do that?
So it's on the little thing that gets put at the top of the screen when you're sharing.
Okay. I can move it. Ooh, I found out how to move it. Okay. All right, so let's go back here. Sorry about that pause. Okay, so I totally lost my train of thought. I'm thinking we're done talking about the all statuses thing. The next one is to allow separate email configuration for acquisition and serials email. Does anybody use the serials module? No. Okay, we don't either. But if you did, you could separate your email at, the default email address that goes out and the reply to email address. There's pardon me, there's system preferences that you just fill in the email address with. Not going to go into that one. Okay, this one, link from basket summary to invoice for an order line. This adds a new column, invoice, to the table of order lines on the basket summary page. It contains the invoice number for received order lines and is linked to the invoice if the staff has the edit permissions. So if we go here and let's just go back here, go to Amazon, and I think this was the one. Or not. Oh yeah, here it is. I'm staring at it and I can't see it. So we've got this column right here for invoices. So this Keith Richards thing, I received it. So it's got an invoice. So now you've got a link directly to that invoice, which is pretty cool. Makes it navigation a little bit easier that way. And obviously these ones that haven't been received don't have an invoice. So that's what that is. This one I was not sure about. Optionally choose for tax exclusive values to be used for calculating fund values. It looks like this public and tertiary libraries in New Zealand can claim tax back on purchases. So if this enhancement adds a new system preference, calculate fund values, including taxes. So I didn't even try and set this one up because I don't think in Texas, we don't charge taxes. We don't get charged tax on our purchases. I don't know about other states. I think California you do. Is that true? I don't know if I don't see anybody from California here. But okay. So the next one is the artifact message that receives an item should be linked in the acquisition detail tab on the catalog details page. So this is only for things that have been ordered through EDI. So I'm on our live site now because we order EDI. So that's the only place I could actually show this. So if you go to the holdings table, and I just pick stuff that has been recently ordered. So here we've got something that's for processing, but if you go to the acquisitions detail, we received it a while back, which I've got to go figure out why that thing isn't out on the shelf right now. But there's a new link here for EDI message. And if you click on that, it will take you to the EDI message that is the invoice, basically the electronic version of the invoice that you received, which, oh my, when I saw this, I think you probably heard me shout for joy wherever you live, because I have spent so much time, especially when early on when we were trying to figure stuff out, digging through those EDI messages, one by one, because there was really no way to figure out, exactly which one it was. And it was horrible. So there are two links here now. One's for the invoice, the pretty version that is human readable. And you can see the books that are on there and everything. And then the other one is for that EDI message that I showed you a little bit ago. So that's really cool for EDI stuff. That is a huge time saver if you need to go and, if something isn't looking right, then you can double check that message and make sure that the message is, especially when you're first getting started and trying to, work with the vendor and make sure that everything's getting set up properly. That's a huge benefit there. Okay, so we're here, make interface URL clickable on vendor details. So if we go back to, oops, that's not what we want. I guess I'll go back here. I wasn't quite sure what this meant because this to me is the vendor detail page. I wasn't sure. Okay. Make interface URL clickable on vendor details. So somebody's got a different idea about how this to me was the vendor details. I wasn't sure what the URL was.
It would probably be the URL at the very top of the page, but if you go into the bug, it'll show you the test plan. It might be from a previous place that you could click in to see the vendor record.
All right. Two tests. Search for a vendor. If you don't have a vendor with interfaces defined, edit one. Under interfaces. Oh, okay. Save your changes. Details in the interfaces section, the interface. Oh, okay. That makes so much more sense. Interfaces. So this URL here that you would enter. Yeah. So if we add an interface, save this.
Run to back up a page and then click on Amazon in the upper left. There you go. And then it's there.
Thank you, Jason. So that will get, this is now clickable, which is, I can see if you've got multiple interfaces, that's pretty cool. Okay, thank you. I didn't understand that one. Okay, I'm gonna close that. And then add link to order search to acqui module navigation. Let's look at that one. I must have skipped over these when I was going through because they don't seem familiar. Go to acquisitions, verify the way is long to advanced search at top, order search, config icon, advanced search link, apply patch. Notice advanced search link on the left. Verify, it's way shorter. Oh, okay. So, oh, yeah. So if we go to order search, and then this is what they were talking about to get to advanced search. Advanced search is right there. So they added a link to the advanced search. So that's cool. Add ability to cancel order lines in closed baskets. So I set myself up for this, but I didn't actually close it. So what I did was I went into cancel orders in closed baskets in the admin, in the system preferences, and set it to allow. Pardon me. And then we can go to our favorite basket and go in here, and I need to close this basket. All right, so go in here, and we've got this. What was it again? Cancel lines in closed baskets. Okay, whoops. That's not it. There, too many tabs open. Okay, so we've got a closed basket, and we still have the ability to cancel the order over here, which if you were in a closed basket before this, that column wasn't there. So you can cancel the order from a closed basket. All right, then, add validation for monetary input fields in acquisitions module. So I just want to bring this up here so that you can see this test plan. There's the test plan. So they pretty much went everywhere in the acquisitions module: suggestion, order form, uncertain prices, receive shipment, receive the order, invoice summary, merging invoices, and adding orders from a new and staged file to add verification. So I went to suggestions. And for this one, I made a new purchase suggestion, title, and we'll make it a book, and there. And then if you come down here to the price field and you put in something, it says, not having it. Or if you accidentally say it is use a comma instead of a period, not having it. So you actually have to enter it with a decimal point. So that verification wasn't there before and was causing some minor problems or major, I don't know. Okay, so the patron purchase suggestion table should include the non-public note. All right, so we go back to the suggestion And go here. Here's the non-public note. I think that was there before. Maybe they backported it. I don't know. But this non-public note, which we have found very helpful in communicating between collection developers, you know, say, oh, this one's really yours because, you know, whatever. Or can you look at this or whatever. So that non-public note will show up here.
I think I tested this one, and I think it had to do with the patron from the OPAC could put a note in. That's my recollection, but it's been a long week, so.
Yeah. Okay, that would make more sense. Like the patron could put a note. Okay. I'm not going to bring up the thing unless we have time, but we're sort of okay. Add sort 1 and sort 2 fields to basket in acquisition. This patch adds the option to display statistic 1 and statistic 2 columns in basket summary. Again, they're hidden by default. You just go into the table config and you can turn them on. I'm not going to do that right now. This one I could not figure out. The ability to modify an order line to increase the quantity of the ordered item. So if we go here.
I did test that one and it worked.
How did you do it?
Let me think.
Okay.
So you had an existing order with a certain number of copies, and I think you had to go into the modify, and it would just allow you to add some more copies, and it has to be like the exact same.
Okay. So
like if you were doing a paperback and a hardback, you would have to create different things. So it has to be like the exact same thing. And I think, reopen the basket.
Okay. Because we don't have the modify. So
I
want to modify.
I think. I don't foresee us using this all that often, so I tested it, but so I think it was just you went through the form again and then added however many copies you wanted to increase it by.
Okay. So we'll just do 1. So that upped it to 2.
Yeah. I think that's basically what it was doing. And in the end, you end up with the.
Nice save. Oh, I see. There's 40. It said $40 instead. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so now you've got
two copies, 2 quantities of this. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to think of an instance where we would actually do this. I mean, we couldn't do it with EDI once the order had been placed, but maybe Amazon. I don't know. I can't really think about a specific instance for that. I'm going to close some of these tabs now. All right, then sort item types alphabetically by description rather than code when adding a new empty record as an order to a basket. So this one had me so confused until I went in and looked at the bug and realized it had been backported, because I'm like, all 3 of these instances that I have up all work the same. But what I did here, so if you go into acquisitions, And just to show you that it's actually working. Oops, no, I don't want to go to acquisitions. I wanted to go to koha admin and item type. So previously it was sorting by these codes. Let's pull them all up here. And so I put this oddball one in, called Very Cool Thing, but its code was ABCD. Because all the rest of these, their codes pretty much match the descriptions. So this was an odd thing. So then if you go to acquisitions, and I guess we've got to go to a friend again. And here, if I wanted to add to a basket from a new empty record and the item types, you can see that they're alphabetical order by their description here, where before this Very Cool Thing would have been up at the top because its code was ABC. It's just it just makes more sense this way. So that's kind of a nice thing to have. And I couldn't, I tested it on the updated, and then I went to this one to show myself how it didn't work. And I was like, hey, it's working here. But then I read the bug and it had been backported to the release that this one is on. So that's always something to watch for. So those are the biggest changes that we'll see. I don't know if there's, I ran out of time because I spent so much time on the one that wasn't working right. So I didn't get down here. There's always a second. Wow, there's a lot of thick bugs on this one. Oh, okay. So there's all the new system preferences. And then some deleted system preferences. New authorized value categories. So here's the vendor issue type. We saw there was ordered in maintenance, I think it was. So you could add other things there. And new letter codes. I don't know what new letter codes are. What are new letter codes?
That's for like notices.
Oh,
Usually.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep, that makes sense. Okay. So that is that. Any thoughts? What's your favorite enhancement for this release? We'll go back here. I'm just also overwhelmed and thrilled that you just can't pick one. When this search statuses thing gets fixed again, that'll be cool. And this one is nice for EDI, having a link to the EDI message directly, because it can be a bear to track those down sometimes. Any other thoughts? We're just a few minutes out from being done. Okay, well, next month, be sure to come with all your questions and all your favorite things that irritate you about the current acquisitions, so you can plant seeds or see if they've already addressed. So,
Rhonda, you've got a question in the chat, it looks like.
oops, okay. All right. Managed to move this right over top of my chat. Okay. Oop. There we go. Does anyone, okay, this is from Bridget. Does anyone know how to delete a budget? I made one for this year, but it has a major mistake and it was just easier to make a new one. But now the other one is still there under inactive and I can't delete it. I don't know.
Did you close it as well? I think it has to be closed.
Budgets. Okay, so here's a budget. Ones. I'm just going to duplicate this one and say it starts today and ends tomorrow, or starts on the 1st. And okay. So here we've got this one inactive budget. And if we close it, no, that one. Okay, moved, whatever. Okay, and then the budget is closed. It's still not.
You closed the one on the inactive tab though, right?
Oh, good point. That always messes with me. I always think the green one is the active one. Oh, what does it say? 3 funds are attached to this budget. You must delete all attached funds before deleting the budget. Okay. So if I go in here, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. What to? Okay. Do I need to make it active? Oh. There. So I can delete that, delete it. Oh, sends me. That's fun. All right, back to inactive actions. No. Here. Actions, delete. They are going to make you work for this. They are going to make you work. Go back to budgets. Go to inactive. Click on the budget name. Go to this, delete. Okay, budgets. Inactive. Actions, delete. Delete. That is how we do it. All right. Thanks, Chip, for showing up. Yeah, you can do it. It's okay. So it's inactive. Is that same? I tried that and it said there are no unreceived orders for this budget back. And then it takes me back to where I was still unable to delete. So did you do what I just did? Okay. All right. Good deal. I don't know why that's popping up. Oh, okay. Thank you. Go away. Okay. And then when deleting funds from an inactive budget, the results page returns to a different budget relating. Yeah. That was very clunky and too many clicks and what have you, but it is doable. So there is a bug out there to try and fix that issue. Thanks for looking. Okay. The next time I see some of you will be here in Round Rock at the conference. So we are looking forward to that. We're going to turn on the air conditioning outdoors. Don't know it'll do any good, but we're going to try. And bring your water bottle. That's all I can say. Just bring your water bottle. Stay hydrated. Hope everybody has a good month. And if we don't see you at the conference, we'll see you at the meeting on the 20th, August 20th, where we will meet with PTFS Europe to talk about acquisitions 2.0. Looking forward to that. All right. All right. I stopped sharing, I think. I mean, whatever, not sharing, saving or whatever. All right. No, we're still recording. Ah. All right.